Hi, Shelly. How
Hey,
are you?
I want to thank you for serving the Pink Cross today at the Adult Con Porn Convention. You worked really hard, and you were a leader, and you made things happen, so I thank you.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
For Jesus.
For Jesus, yeah.
Now
for the
tell
Lord.
us, I want to hear your story now. I want to understand kind of what brought you to Pink Cross, and kind of start out. You said you were raised in Chicago, and you were raised in the Mormon church. Tell us about this.
When I was a little kid, my parents split up, and my oldest sister had some friends that she used to babysit for that were Mormon, and they kind of influenced my mom and my sisters to come to church with them. And then when I was 11, I got baptized in the Mormon church, and after that, everybody split up. The family split up. Nobody was together anymore, and everybody moved to California except for my mom and my older sister Janie and I. And after that, well, I choose to move to California and be like my big brother, be a carpenter, and
So your brother was here in California, and you moved here.
yes.
Did he give you like a place to stay?
Yeah, gave me a
Why
place
did
to stay.
You left your family because of why?
I left Chicago because I started getting in too much trouble with the friends and people I was hanging around with, stealing radar detectors and breaking into cars.
I don't understand. Explain to me, how does a Mormon boy do that?
My father wasn't around. He left when I was like 6 and never came back. And I didn't see him for 13 years till I was 25.
So did your mom raise you as a single mom?
Yes.
Okay, and you got into trouble.
Yep.
And you ended up in California, where?
In Los Angeles, Foreign Valley.
Wow, what city?
And I moved to Sherman Oaks, and then we moved from there after my brother decided to get married, and he bought a house in Van Nuys, and we lived there until I graduated. The day I graduated, my mom came out. She was unsure that I was actually going to graduate or not, and she was at the house when I got home. Then shortly thereafter, a couple months later, my brother's new wife decided to kick me out and make me go on my own. She needed her privacy, so I did that. It wasn't a big deal. It was a decision of my own. I could have stayed, or I chose to leave.
How old were you at that time?
I just graduated high school. I was 18. And then I moved in with some friends and was staying with them, and started getting into more trouble out here. Went the wrong route, drinking, smoking pot, doing drugs, partying a lot. And after that, until I was 24, to pursue the dream of coming to California to, do the get paid to get laid kind of thing, and that's
So you had that in your mind before you came here,
that's what I was gonna do.
get paid to get laid.
Yeah.
So tell me, why did you know about porn?
Because it's so rampant and just everywhere.
This was like 1987.
87.
Oh, 1987.
87, right.
Wow. That was a pretty small industry back then. And how did you know about porn? Your dad or your mom?
I figured that out. Oh wait, cable television did a great job of introducing the Playboy channel to us, didn't it?
Oh, so you were basically left to yourself to watch that on TV.
Yeah. And then back then they had pirate boxes, or the cable box, where you could stick a pin in the bottom and you can get all the channels. So that's where it was all pretty much introduced to me. And, so how did I get into porn? It was New Year's Eve, '93. And I was driving down White Oak in the middle of the valley, and saw a pretty girl driving next to me, decided, hey, how are you? She waved over and said, oh, you're cute. Pulled me over and got my number, and then a week later, she called me up and went over to her house. We had sex, and she told me, you know what I do for a living, don't you? And I said, no. She said, I'm an adult film actor. So I'm like, really? She saw the fear in my face, and the things that were going through my mind were, I have AIDS. I was thinking, oh my God, I've just been infected. And I got butterflies in my stomach thinking about it. So, lo and behold, I ended up keeping in contact with her. Her roommate, she said, you kind of look like my roommate. You guys would be great together. He'd love to get you in the business, I was selling pot and coke at the time, and he needed a bag of weed, so I went. met him, sold him a bag of weed. We started hanging out together, became good friends, and lo and behold, you know, he started coercing me into getting into the industry. And it'd be great if him and I, because we look so much alike, we did the brother thing, you know, and it would work out. That's what the whole game plan was. So we went with it. It took about 2 weeks for me to come up with a stage name, Trent Rowe, and after that...
Where'd you get Trent Rowe from?
From all the ones I couldn't figure out. It wasn't supposed to be Rowe, it was supposed to be Rivers, and they screwed it up. So all the information online is a lie about porn, because they even screwed that up. They couldn't even keep my stage name right. What do you do? The first introduction into it, he said, "I got you a shoot." I'm like, "Okay, great. So let's go." So we went, and what was it? Grandma's.
No.
55 and up.
No, you did not.
Is this my initiation? No, it's not. It just happened to be the shoot I got you.
Had you ever slept with an older woman like that?
Not that old. It was instructed to me that I don't have to be the star of the show. There's like 7 other guys on the set, so I didn't have to worry about, you know, being, you know, the star of the show. I just had to hang out in the background, get in there, get in the scene, be done with it, get my $150 for the day, and leave.
Talk about being nervous. You know you were nervous, right?
I was terrified.
Yeah, okay.
I was terrified. Not to mention, you know, some of these women were older than my mother.
So now tell us about the pressure. What I've, you know, talking to male porn stars, there's a lot of pressure to perform, and it is terrifying for a man. Everybody thinks men enjoy it, but it is terrifying for a man to do something like that, isn't it?
There's a lot on our plate.
Yeah.
You got a lot to hold to. There's a big demand for us to be on time, and the things that we have to endure are, I don't know how to say it.
There's a lot to endure.
There's a lot to endure.
And
none of it's fun.
Talk about that. I want the people to know this was not fun for you. But they're not going to understand how were you able to have an ejaculation?
Yeah, it was difficult. It's pretty much concentrate.
Was it enjoyable?
No, it wasn't. It's not like, you know, you're with your girlfriend and you're by yourselves and things are just normal. It's totally pressure, and when it came time for the pop shot, you know, they even had to the extent where if you couldn't do it, they would let you fake it.
Yeah, and talk about that. I remember we had like that pina colada mix.
Yeah, the pina colada mix in the hose, and you hold on to that, and then the other guy over there pumping the hose, and then totally fake.
How did you feel right when it was over?
I'm sorry?
Right when it was over.
Right when it was over? Like I needed something else.
Wow. Didn't satisfy, huh?
No.
Did you feel worse, or did you feel better?
I felt worse. Honestly, I felt worse. I felt bad about what I was doing. I felt like I had just degraded another woman. And what's there to say?
How did you feel about people standing around watching you?
I felt like they were getting their jollies watching me, and I wasn't getting my jollies, so to speak.
Yeah.
With all the pressure around, it's like it's not fun. It's like, hey guys, you want to give me a minute?
Wow.
It was tough.
What would you say to male porn actors right now, or anyone trying to get into porn? Who's male?
What would I say to male porn actors? They're the people that are trying to get into the business. I would tell them don't do it. There's other ways that you can get satisfaction and ways to make money, because you're not going to make the money that you actually do think you're going to make in this industry, and you are expendable. Whether it's expendable with the industry or expendable through the Lord taking your life, you're not going to last long. I was fortunate enough to not come down with any diseases, unlike some of the people that I have met, like you, of course, Shelly. Oh, here's our food. Time to eat.